So when has just regular Adderall not been enough? Why do we, as a culture, think that picking it up and snorting it is a good idea?
I think it's for kids who are too scared to buy cocaine, but they have Adderall, so they want to make their own cocaine.
If you're gonna snort something, snort cocaine.
Yeah, if you're gonna snort something, be cool about it. If it's already in pill form, yeah, the pill is the ultimate way to
You
take
snort
drugs.
Xanax. Why are you snorting Xanax? First of all, that's like the opposite effect of what you get when you snort a Xanax or when you take Xanax. You don't wake up. When you shove something in your fucking nasal cavity, it's gonna wake you the fuck up.
Also, what most people don't understand is the bioavailability of
Just-
snorting Xanax is like a third of what it is
yeah,
taking
it's
us.
so stupid. People
Yeah,
are fucking idiots.
yeah. People and I
You snort your drugs, seek God.
see God. If you're putting drugs in your nose, see God. If you're pumping drugs in your arm with a needle, you're right where you need to be in life.
You only need to inhale or swallow.
Yeah, just
Never
inhale or
inject.
swallow. But then when you start talking about inhaling drugs, like reefer is the only one where you're like, okay, I can see that.
Dude, if
Because
you
you start,
inhale opium, you're cool as fuck.
if well, that's cool.
And
I'm
you're
down with
about to
smoking
monk
opium.
out.
Yeah, you're about to light yourself. You're about to shave, wear orange,
Welcome to
light
Whedon's
yourself
Safe.
on fucking fire, dude.
But Aang should have been the firebender, for being honest.
With the bullet head. If you put on orange, I'd be like, hold, he's about to light himself on
Yeah,
fire.
why wasn't Aang just a firebender?
When you see a monk with a fresh cut and some pressed robes, dude, it's like seeing a chunky Arab person in the desert. You're like, I know there's something going on under that fucking under those clothes, dude.
There's some explosive device under that
You got a
clothes.
dynamite belt, and why are you going to church? What?
Ain't going to no church.
I haven't seen you here before.
What do they call their people?
Mosque?
No, monks.
Oh, monks?
Got to be a temple.
Yeah,
They all
temple.
in temple.
Yeah. Because it's like,
Yeah.
they're like Buddhist temples.
And then, but the Jews called theirs Doug or temple. You can only pick one word. Church.
Yeah, if
Pick one word,
if
guys.
people started calling church temple,
That's why people don't like you.
yeah, that's
You have
it.
2 words.
Yeah, this is why. Maybe that's what they're beefing over. They're beefing over what to
That's why
call.
everybody calls you greedy.
I just, I don't. Yeah, you guys want.
Because you have 2 words.
You
to
guys got 2
replace.
words for everything. That's why no one fucking likes you
One
guys.
word.
God damn. I really don't understand like the beef between Middle Easterns and fucking and like Israeli people.
It's
Jews.
2 complete different religions. That millennia.
No,
You mean you don't understand the beef? And Muslims hate.
I know, but like,
was
why?
that?
They're basically exactly the fucking same.
I don't know. I'm not like an expert on those 2 religions. I'm really an expert on the religion I follow, and I can call myself.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna spit out some nonsense.
I guess that's true. It's probably a safe bet for
It's
us not.
probably something deeper than what we think.
I mean, yeah, probably. They all inherit the beef.
Have you ever heard about like the
Shout out K.
Crusader King?
Who?
The Crusader King during the Crusade had control of Jerusalem at this. Had control
Swag.
of Jerusalem. Somebody died, and they appointed his son, but his son had leprosy. So this guy always wore a mask and had control of his right. But this guy fended off Saladin 2 times before he died. Died of leprosy at 25, but he fended off Saladin twice. He went to battle both times. Isn't that crazy? Saladin, one of the great generals of all time in the world. This guy was able to keep him from conquering Jerusalem. As soon as he died, Saladin conquered Jerusalem.
Yeah. Saladin was just waiting him out. That's
Dude,
like he was
insane.
just draining his
But it was
resources.
like the in power Saladin was 8-1. Fended him off twice. That's insane.
That is pretty sick. There's nothing like a dope
And if he was
historical
a
battle.
cripple,
Well,
no, he couldn't control his right arm.
no. Was he commanding
carried-
men? Was he like with his left
In
hand?
the
He's like,
second one,
charge!
he was, but
How do you even do that?
I don't know. Through the power of Christ.
Dude, that's the same energy. I know you probably, maybe you've seen these videos, you probably haven't, but it's of Ukrainian soldiers who are, it's like they're like, not slideshows, but it's like clipped together. It's like a video of them being taken off of the battlefield on like one of those like canvas stretchers, you know? And then they're in the hospital and it's like beep, beep. It's like video of them like in surgery and they're getting their like,
I
their
don't want. Why would you
order
watching that?
blew up. Well,
Obviously.
no, listen, it's really inspirational. So it took their from their shin down, right? So they get this fucking sick artificial leg put on, and then you see them like go back and like they're in PT, like getting like they're like working out and like getting their leg muscles back to good. Dude, within like 4 months or whatever, how much recovery time? You see, they are back in the battlefield in the same platoon they were fighting with before they got injured.
That's cool.
Is that not the most badass shit? It's like the same thing with that kid with leprosy. It's like he's fighting with one arm that's not got. Dude, these fucking retards blew his leg up and he's back on the battlefield. How much, dude? If you were there and you got your leg blown off and you're now back fighting, how much angry are you gonna be? No fucking, there's no sympathy. You are
Obviously, you're
executing
already
prisoners.
pissed. They're trying to conquer your
You
country.
are executing prisoners, bro.
I don't think you're respecting how crazy ended off Saladin.
Probably not.
Dude, it's fucking insane. That'd be like if what's his name?
Put it in modern terms for me so I'd understand.
That'd be like if Palestine of or not Jerusalem, Israel with Jerusalem
would be
being
crazy.
backed by the United. That's basically what he did twice.
If that's what happened, that would be like this is we are
This is fucking bonkers.
we're witnessing history. Yeah, if this like the poorest, smallest, youngest nation is able to fend off like a proxy war from the most powerful
Yes.
country,
It's the most powerful at that. The
dude.
Crusades were the whole like main
Dude.
voice was off somewhere else.
The more I learn about the Muslims in history, the more I learn they just got fucking rocked, bro. How did they end up where they are now?
Dude,
They invented math and shit.
They were huge. They were super
And now
powerful.
they live in a fucking desert.
The white devil.
Yeah,
White
honestly,
devils.
dude, if I was Muslim, I'd probably and they were because they probably get told it's like, dude, we were on top, and now look at who's on top. They took it
what
from us.
happened
I'd
is-
probably be pissed off too. Thank God I'm American.
What honestly happened is capitalism in the Middle East created a fucking wealth deficit with all like Saudi Arabians and all the money.
That is true.
That's what really happened because of, but it also comes back to us because we want biggest
We want the
consumer of oil. They hate us.
Listen, we were very industrious back then. We needed lots of oil.
Still industrious,
We still
bitches.
need lots of oil. It is what it is. You guys got it. We need it. It's called business.
Business. Look it up in the dictionary.
Well, why don't like okay? So do you know about the Haitian Revolution?
Yeah.
Okay,
Happens all the time.
no. Well, like the bad one when like the French came down and they
They're in
like
the middle of
colonized.
Oh no.
Okay, so back when France was popping off, they took over Haiti, right? And basically they saw that this entire the entire island was great for growing like produce and shit. So they basically enslaved the entire nation, right? Like fucking let's say like 1 million Haitian people. To bring in all this equipment, give them all like a bunch of like different tools, like shovels, machetes, and shit to process the fruit so they can take it back. Dude, one day these Haitians are getting brutal. Like they're like not videos, but like descriptions of shit where it's like, hey, you didn't collect enough fruit. We're cutting off your kid's hand. Go back to work tomorrow. Collect more fruit. Like the French were just brutal people to the Haitians. And one day the Haitians got together and they were just hacking at coconuts or whatever the fuck, and they looked at the machete and they're like, hey man, there's like 1 million of us. There's only 1,000 French people here. And you know what they all did? They all revolted at the same time. And they all hacked 1,000 French people to death within like a couple hours. And then it was just over.
How long did it last? How long were they enslaved?
I am not entirely sure, but they were enslaved for like a while. I think it was a couple years or maybe a couple months before they were like, wait.
I think it had to have been a couple months because if you're going to revolt, it's not after a couple.
Yeah, you got to imagine they would be like, we can just
What is up with cutting off kids?
It's just a power move. It's a power move.
But it's not good business.
It's not good business, but
Everything's a business.
But dude, they're also
if you're gonna sell your soul and own other people, you should be most concerned about fucking bottom line.
Okay,
if you're already the devil, make sure you fucking ball out on this earth because you're not gonna ball out on the next life if there's a next life. Fuck off.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Ball out now.
I'm
Don't
not
fuck your generation.
Well, you got to imagine, like the people who are racist, like they must have some intellectual deficiency somewhere in their coding, and so
they're
also,
inbred.
yeah, so everything's about business, but they're also not the smartest people. They dislike people based on the color of their. That's like some of the dumbest, most borderline, like archaic reaction you can have to something. There's no advanced thought or meaning behind any of that.
Before we really like discovered in the African markets and everything, we had white people who were in debt.
Yeah,
we just found that.
Yeah, the entire country called fucking Ireland, bro.
Or Georgia. It was a debtor.
Was it really?
It was either Georgia or South Carolina. One was a debtor. I think it was Georgia. Georgia has a swamp. Anywhere there's a swamp, people are like, fuck off. That's where we're sending the
Actually, I think it was South Carolina, because South Carolina has never recovered. It is bad there, dude.
Heard of why Ireland's the debtor's colony?
Why?
They have these things called like a giant bog, Like a
Oh,
super,
yeah.
super swamp.
Yeah, it's like a super.
Like a super swamp.
It's a super swamp, guys.
That's
Swamp
where I would
2.0.
send them to.
The bog.
Australia, the bog, South Carolina.
Australia, I understand because you had to get those prisoners. You had to be like, go start fucking.
Colonizing that shit.
Yeah,
Fighting
start cutting down this
kangaroos,
foliage. Let us
getting
get into
koalas
the
from-
fucking. Like, you just do something.
Somebody's
Be
got to give.
productive.
Someone had to put that.
If you kind of
Fucking
think about it,
population. There's no way they just naturally got chlamydia, right?
if you think about it, the entire country of Brazil, as we know it today,
The
is
giant prison.
is essentially one giant prison state. Yeah, exactly. With just
And people go there to like fucking vacation. Why are you going to Rio de Janeiro to vacation?
well, I don't
That's like
understand.
going to the Middle East. It's like going to Mexico to vacation. I mean, might not be as funny. You might not
Just go
get
to California. It's
you
basically
really-
Mexico.
You might not really get to experience the culture as much.
Say your
Just-
mic's not picking up at all.
So just stay away from the place where they're.
Yeah.
Most-
I don't know. It's but
How fucking stupid are you not to check
for
up
loose
to make sure there's
ammunition,
no loose. You're fucking.
that is
Maybe
really
just
fucking
have a
lame.
separate bag that you put in. Don't take your ammunition bag on a fucking trip to a country where they don't like your bullets. Don't do that. And you're in prison for 5 years, you fucking idiot, and you kind of deserve it.
Yeah, I like.
Oh, sometimes I lose ammunition in my bag. Don't be a fucking idiot. How does it get through TSA? How does just loose bullets get through TSA?
Well, okay, so the thing. Well, yeah, I don't know, and they must
Don't
have
put
come
your-
loose.
you don't put them in a carry. They got it onto the carry-on. Some on the carry-on. Or they took. Oh,
I don't know if
they
it was a
probably
cruise ship.
took it.
I saw a video of a guy. I think it was like kind of like what you're talking about. This guy was in the airport and he had to go to like a second screening because he was bringing firearms, but it was in Vegas. So I think it was just like this guy was obviously American and he was traveling to Vegas with firearms, and that's what they were checking for, like loose ammunition. You had to just make sure all your ammo is in like magazines, which seems like
That's what you'd want.
yeah, exactly.
Like, why would you want it together?
But their problem is like loose ammunition. Well, the thing is that if with enough tampering, you can open up a bullet and get the gunpowder out of it, and that's a small grade explosive.
They should put.
You can put that like on the window or plastic and melt through and try to crash the
If
plane.
someone's allowed to take, should put a trigger lock on. Plane companies should put a trigger lock on it until.
I agree. I don't think
How'd
that's a
they
bad
do that?
idea. Why isn't everyone given a hammer as soon as they get onto a plane? And if any problem arises, everyone's armed and can just
Why
beat
don't we
that
start
fucking
doing that at
terrorist to death.
schools?
Why don't? Yeah, we should start
We
doing.
start giving them hammers. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
give-
fucking fight each other.
You think people on a plane, Michael, would hit
I
each other with
think-
hammers?
Have you seen some of the videos of the psychos on planes?
Dude,
I think they're swinging a fucking hammer.
If I had a hammer, dude, the last plane I was on, I was mad dogging
I would've
these
killed that
three.
fucking baby.
There were 3 old broads. Do you remember them? And they were just loud as fuck, dude. I kept turning around. I was staring at them. I would stare at them, and I'd make eye contact with all 3 of them. And then they would get quiet. And then like 10 minutes later, these fucking yappy broads. They get all out again, and I turn around, dude. I turned around probably 3 times, and then on the 3rd time, I said something.
What did you say?
What did I say? You remember? It was something like. I was like, yeah, some people are trying to. I said something like that. Did I say something about their age too? No. Oh my god, I wanted to. That's my favorite thing to say to women that are older than me is mention their age and make them feel old, because I know how much it fucking bothers them. If you are ever in a situation or on a plane and some old broad is annoying you, just say something like, "For a woman your age, I would expect more maturity out of you," and it will destroy them.
And he's wearing enough perfume that you can. Obviously, he cares about his own. You look to him and say, "Hey, I really like your perfume," and it'll ruin him if you call it.
Cologne, men who wear cologne like that bothers me. Talk into it.
A shit ton of cologne.
There you go. Now it's working.
How many fucking rules are there?
Dude, these mics are not the best quality. We need better mics.
So many fucking rules.
I was looking it up. If we want to get like good mics, it's like $100 a mic. Yeah, so we gotta like save up. We gotta start fucking GoFundMe. Share the podcast. All right. One thing I've been thinking about, or I was thinking about earlier, that's what I wrote down. Talking about the water, the ocean, or whatever earlier, they got me thinking. Back when pirates were fucking around, right? Just sailing the ocean blue. we all, like, as a kid, we heard the term, like, walk the plank, like, oh, he did a bad thing, he's gotta walk the actually go through the mental process of having to walk the plank. They just throw your ass off of this ship. What are you supposed to you just are dead. They leave you in the middle of the ocean.
This isn't funny, but this reminded me of a video I saw. The cartel. Well, this guy was stealing money from the cartel. He faked like a shipment got it, and then he stole that cocaine.
Fuck.
But one of his guys snitched. Found him. They tied him to cinder blocks, something in his mouth, and they didn't kill him. That's what they did. Never mind.
Did you see was it a video of the
Yeah.
guy they tossed from that boat into the water?
Yeah.
Dude, I saw that too.
That's
How
crazy.
that fucking sucks.
That's what the mafia did too. That's what my
I-
great grandpa did.
Your grandpa was cinder
put-
blocking people
no,
and
great.
throwing people into the water.
He was putting their feet on me.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
And it's just
They
so the
suck.
bodies don't fucking rise up.
Yeah, there's still bodies on the bottom of Lake Erie. Think about that. A shit ton of bodies on the bottom of Lake Erie.
And I mean, like
Like a
cops drive by it
mind-boggling
every
amount.
single day, and they're just, you know, they look at it, but like, I'm probably
It's
looking at
crazy.
dead
People
bodies.
are fishing right now, and I'm sure they're
Wait, where is Lake Huron? Is that New York?
Lake Erie.
Oh, here?
Yeah, dude, above Cleveland.
What the
That's where my
fuck?
grandpa lived. That's where my great
Dude,
grandpa lived. Yeah, dude.
Northern Ohio actually had, there was a lot of like
Fucking
wops,
mafia.
yeah,
activity.
kicking around.
Yeah, dude, that's where my great
That's crazy.
running alcohol through Lake Erie. He was dropping people off in Lake Erie.
I can't imagine a worse way to go than just all of
In a
your
fucking-
pirate friends being like, get on the fucking
Have
plane.
you ever been on Lake
No,
Erie? Fuck.
really?
Yeah, dude.
I don't think the like how fucking
No, but like
crazy the water is
like
has an
you're
effect.
bouncing up and down on your way to the boat with cinder blocks on your feet. Think
Dude,
about it.
see, that's the thing. If I was ever in a position where I was like actually in danger of my life, it's like any regard for the law immediately goes out the door. It's like I'm definitely just listening to these guys because what are the police going to do? They're going to rough me up maybe a little bit. They're not going to tie my feet to cinder blocks and throw me into the fucking river, bro.
Well,
Fuck the police. I'm listening to these crazy fucking psychopaths.
they probably the guys who got tossed into the fucking lake probably did tell the police.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's probably what.
Pussies. Fuck them then.
Yeah, dude, that's the mafia. The mafia.
No, they clearly they were really trying to establish something, and they were working hard.
Did very well until the fucking government make RICO.
I think
Dude, fuck RICO.
yeah, fuck RICO law.
Brackets
Seriously,
here, shut the fuck up.
what is that? It's so loosely defined too.
It was so racist against my culture.
Yeah, that's what you should. That's the hill you
That's
should
the
stand
hill.
on.
I want my RICO. I want my RICO.
Yeah, I haven't been able to fully express who I am as an Italian American and commit crime because of the RICO Act, and I feel like this is discriminating solely against me.
Where's my Italian privilege?
You gotta start wearing a little gold chain. You gotta get the chest hair out, like a total wop. There you go.
And before I can go full wop.
Yeah, just start working
In
in
the
the
summer,
field.
I'm gonna work outside, and I will eventually. I'll get a tan gun.
Dude, me, whenever it's like summertime and I'm like I really start cooking, people walk up to me and they go, ¿Cómo está? Te amo. Hola. They start speaking Spanish to me.
No hables.
I just look at them, I don't know Spanish. And as soon as they hear my voice, they go, sorry. I walk away. I'm like, I feel bad, but I do straight up look Mexican.
I've never gotten.
No? They can tell you're a gringo. This is just my base. Like when it's the fucking least amount of light, dude, I'm still like, I get a nice yellow hue. Yeah, but dude, when I was in California, I came back, I was dark as fuck, dude. I could feel my rights being taken away from me as a fucking black man.
People were chirping on me on my way to Home Depot. What guys are driving up in pickup trucks saying, "Get in." Vamos. Vamos.
I forget.
I'm not that guy.
Have you heard stories about like they don't even work for like CPB, like Customs and Border Patrol?
Are they fake ice raids?
But they are like enthusiasts, so they'll like get decals and put them on their truck, and they'll go to like places like Home Depot and shit, and they'll like. I'm not sure if they pretend to be ICE because this is a fucked up thing. If they catch them, they like will arrest them and bring them into ICE, and then they get deported. So
that's fucked.
They're like free. Yeah, they're the worst kind of people. They're freelance Customs and Borders.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, look at that.
Yeah, you look like a. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, see what I mean?
You look like a starving African child.
thought I was wearing the same
It
shirt.
looks like you have Zika. It looks like you have Zika in that picture.
All right, look, this is
Look
me.
at Zika Caleb.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Zika.
Me llamo Caleb. Yeah, that's what I look like when I get really dark. People start coming up to me, the fucking Mexican friends. That's when I was burnt to shit. I had that one, but then he went super Trump, and we stopped talking. Ran into him at a Verizon store, dude. I wanted to swallow a 9mm so bad. You have no idea, dude. It's the worst, running into people out in public that you like used to be friends with, but now you don't really talk to anymore. Like, oh hey man, like
Just
what's
don't
going on?
acknowledge them.
No, you just don't pretend like they're there. Luckily for me, I lost a lot of weight, so sometimes I will see people and I see that they look at me, but I can tell they don't recognize me.
The hair? You ever had long hair before?
Yeah. You like being anonymous? You like being anonymous?
Yeah.
Go and commit your sexual crimes.
Not sexual.
Yeah.
Just like a G.
Like, what do you do? Go bipping? Go
The
out there.
fuck is bip?
You don't know what bipping is, dude? Bipping is when you steal from a car.
No, I don't bip.
You don't bip?
I don't do it for monetary reward. I just do it to get in a
Oh, you do it for sexual gratification.
Yeah.
How fucked would it be to
Obviously.
actually be one of those people
That
is
you
like
can't get an erection unless you just killed someone? Yeah, that would suck.
kill,
That would obviously
or like
suck.
there's a lot of people
How long do
who
you think you last? When you get one and then you get a normal erection. Or how long you last till you kill another person?
oh, I don't know,
Be
dude.
honest.
It'd probably be one of those things where it's like definitely a couple
How do
years.
you know? You try the pills.
How the fuck would I know that I get hard when I kill someone? How do people
Because
even
you
figure that out?
stumbled upon, you killed someone in like into your house, let's say. Then you shot him and you got like a super erection. After that, you haven't been able to get an erection. How long until you go out and caps?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't go out looking for it, but if it came my way, I'd probably be like, I'm taking your ass out tonight. I got a science experiment to
You'd
do.
walk down the street saying the N-word in the hood until someone came up and then you'd pop them. I know what you'd do.
No, I wouldn't.
You'd bait them. You'd bait them to get an erection. Like the 8th time, the cops are like, "What the fuck are you doing to these people? How do you keep shooting them? Why do you keep getting put in life and death situations, dude? Tell me the truth."
Be like, dude,
Have you ever
officer,
had sex?
I can't get hard without murder. I need to be put
And
down.
then he's like,
I'm
"I
a
get
bad
it.
boy.
Boys, give me a lethal spanking, officer.
Yeah,
Send me to hell.
spank me in the back of my head with your shotgun, officer.
Get that nightstick out and beat me to death with."
That would be
No,
brutal.
not the one between your legs.
That would be fun to hit people with a nightstick though, or an asp.
I'd feel so bad
Why would you feel bad?
because I could seriously
Go over to
fuck
those
up someone.
fucking protesters and start cracking skulls
Protester.
at colleges.
Oh yeah,
Let's start cracking skulls at college.
Did you see the one decked out in police, but like him behind me on the back of his helmet? What a
Oh,
faggot.
dude,
He was
they're
such a
all
faggot.
faggots,
That's
dude.
the one I want to get beat up the most.
That's the thing that pisses me
I want
off.
to beat the shit out of that guy
pisses-
so bad.
I completely understand. It pisses me off because here we live in a world where like we have to deal with actual retarded people on the right who like want to take over the country because they think the government's full of lizard people or whatever. And then yeah, then we have like
the government
the
is
weakest
minorities and everything.
we have the weakest, most like they're not capable of defending anything.
Let
Antifa,
alone themselves.
they're like just a scared bunch of people who some of them have guns, some of them have knives. They're like dangerous because they act like a cornered dog. They are such pussy little faggots, dude.
I think what we should do.
We need to start a militia
No,
for the
listen.
left and just swallow Antifa.
This is what we should do. Show like where we invite Pride Boys to fight Antifa.
Okay, well now
And
we're just creating
whichever one wins the most rounds gets to exist now.
So we're just creating a platform to watch Proud Boys beat Antifa people to death. That's what you're suggesting.
I guess that's what it would be.
all it would be.
Would you watch it?
I mean, yeah, I'd watch a couple and be like, Rudolph. I would just, you know what? I would keep skipping through the fights until the beginning of a fight, and you saw some like 6'2" Jack Black guy. He's like, I'm sick of this shit. And you see like a little Kyle Rittenhouse walk in, and you're like, oh shit, this is about to go down.
Dude, the leader of the Proud Boys is black. What are you talking about?
No.
They have black guys on the Proud Boys
No.
for sure.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, Trump also had like black and Mexican people vote for him, so they're confused, bro. These
Dude, you just told me your friend.
No, he was.
He will become a
No. The thing was, it was like 6 months into his presidency that he was doing all this stuff. Within a year, he had completely dropped it because that's when he was saying all this shit about like DACA recipients, and he was one of those people. He was like, "Wait, what the fuck, dude? I was doing this to be American, and now you're trying to kick me out?"
That's funny.
Yeah, so he
Kind of
could,
funny.
didn't want to. So no, but yeah, no, the guy who, the leader of the Proud Boys or whatever,
Mhm.
he, yeah, he started like he planned to do the insurrection, but then the FBI cracked down on him. They're like, "We know you're planning this, right? You have to go through with it. We're gonna arrest a bunch of people, and we're still gonna arrest you." And he was like, "Okay." He's
You
in
have
like
to.
federal prison right now,
Why would they let the raid go through?
dude.
Dude, Proud Boys versus Antifa. Let's put it together to the death.
Let's just put them all in a stadium and let them fight. Give them all guns and swords and shit, and just let
No
them
guns.
fucking okay
No guns.
swords.
Swords and bats.
Yeah, swords and bats.
Blunt swords. Not even striped swords.
Let's just give them clubs then.
Yeah, fuck. Bush stick.
Stones, sticks. Yeah, just let them beat each other.
Just real Hunger Games.
And then
Anything you find in the
and
Hunger
then
Games, you can
whoever
have.
wins, whatever side wins, we execute those people. Then our problems
Well,
are
you don't
pretty much
tell them
done.
that.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that to you now.
Yeah,
We're still in the
There can
boardroom.
only be one victor.
Yeah, you go in and you just execute whatever side is remaining. Let's say there's like 195 Proud Boys left or 64 Antifa guys left. You just
Yeah,
be like,
sure, there'd be Antifa.
I'm just saying. Well, that's why it's a smaller number too. It was a longer battle. Yeah, you just execute them. You say,
The battle would be
bye. Dude, they would get chewed up.
Antifa, do you think differently?
That's the thing
Well,
that
set it up,
that's
dude.
the thing that pisses me off is that Antifa is supposed to be like the left's response to like the right, but it's not the left's
Proud Boys
response.
was a response to it. Antifa existed way before the Proud Boys.
Well, also the Proud Boys existed way longer than people think as well.
But Antifa was still before him, right?
I actually don't know. I think Antifa was created because the Proud Boys, that organization was started. Do you remember Vice? Like that, so one of the people who helped found Vice, his name was Gavin McGinnis. He was working on a project at the time called the Proud Boys, but it didn't start off as like a political thing. It started off more as like a drinking club for guys to join and like hang out with other guys. But then it slowly evolved into like a political thing. And I think the rise of Antifa was because of the Proud Boys. But it's not even the left's answer. This is what I was trying to say. It's not even like the left's answer to the right. It's like the most loud and annoying, like pussies just walking around waving guns at people, being like, "You have to listen to us. We are brave." And it's like, no, you weigh 126 pounds soaking wet. Someone's going to snatch that AR-15 out of your hand and use it against you. You have no idea what you're doing. The left needs to just fucking abandon Antifa. Say
They
you're
were
not even.
founded at the same time.
They were. So they just need to abandon Antifa. Be like, you guys aren't even American anymore. Fuck you guys, and something else needs to be started. People who burn the American flag, you're a real pussy, dude. And we've spent billions of dollars just turning chunks of sand into glass in the Middle East for the same thing. And now you're burning the flag, dude.
They're to be put in a cage.
They should really monk out before they even think about lighting that flag on fire.
Yeah, you bitches.
Unless you're.
I've been telling you, if you have a social out of it, I think everyone should learn about it.
Yeah, we will watch you and we'll talk about it on the podcast.
You'll get so much coverage if you monk out. Dude, no one was going to read. A lot of people read the so after you out.
Oh, definitely.
But think about it.
There was no value.
It's really good
in
marketing for your cause, for your causes. Marketing it with monking out. Ooh, way to go.
It is.
Only if you fully monk out. I'm going to read someone's podcast if they. They're not podcasts.
Their manifesto.
Yeah, if they only have like 50% of their
Dude,
body.
I've been seeing. I know at least of one case where this happened, but like these old people who are living in their homes, like they get like purchased by the banks, so now they owe like they have to pay money to the bank or whatever. Like I don't know the scenario. I saw this one old guy. He was getting evicted. He said, "Fuck that." He took a thing of gasoline that he had and was throwing it in the hallway at the cops who were trying to get him out. And he was like, and they were like, "No, no, no." And he was like throwing it. He's like, "Fuck you guys." He was throwing gasoline in his room and then on himself. And the cops were trying to grab him. And so he grabbed the can and was throwing it at the cops again, and then lit himself on fire and lit this entire fucking house. Like he was like, "You guys are gonna get." He's
How
like,
old was he?
he was like a geezer. He was like in his like probably like late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, fuck it,
dude. That's around the that's around the age where your mind just turns to pudding, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll burn myself alive." Yeah, he lit himself on fire and burned the house down, and he said, "This is what I think of the bank."
Fuck you, bank.
Wouldn't you think at some point, like if you're old like that, wouldn't you just walk into like a bank branch location with like a Molotov cocktail and just throw it behind the desk and just start shooting rounds at people?
Jesus Christ!
And just be like, "I am." Well, dude, you got to imagine this guy's sitting in his home with gasoline in his bedroom, waiting for this situation to go down. Why wouldn't you proactively go do something? That's what I'm saying.
Only one way to create change. You just shoot up the tellers.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What's that gonna do?
Okay, that's
You're
fair.
just shooting a single mom.
Go. Okay, yeah, fair. Go to like the headquarters.
Capital.
Yeah, go to the capital.
Not the capital.
The headquarters. No,
Don't go to the capital.
don't go to the Capitol of Weapons, please.
Don't do that anymore.
Me and Michael both, as a podcast, we didn't say that official stance
Go to the capital.
as anti-weapons at the Capitol.
But at bank headquarters.
Yeah, go
fuck
to the
it.
headquarters of the bank. Travel there. Go get some
Drop
gasoline
your
in town.
balls on the desk.
Yeah, just start 9/11 that building. Start from the bottom and work your way up.
9/11 Eddie.
Don't crash anything into it, but with gas. Go in, light shit on fire. Light it on fire. Don't let people
use
escape.
a blowhorn outside.
Those are the
pour
people you
gasoline.
shoot at. You see people in suits, you shoot at them. If you see
Anyone
them
in a
running
jumpsuit,
around,
let them go.
yeah, jumpsuit, that's fine. Suit,
Cafeteria,
shoot them. Yeah, that's how you actually enact change. You write a manifesto before that. You go and you 9/11 like fucking
Since he did.
like fucking what is it? Fifth Third Bank headquarters. What?
Have you heard of Ted Kaczynski?
Yeah.
He was doing it.
Unabomber?
He was sending him the. He was an airline executive.
Yeah, dude, he was holding it down.
He was honestly, it was kind of noble compared to what.
Well, and the thing is that he was so smart. He was getting away with it. Like they had no
The
idea.
only reason he got caught is because
His
his brother recognized his brother's
punk
wife,
ass brother, dude.
his sister-in-law recognized his fucking like. What a bitch!
And how do you even recognize that?
Because he was a. Obviously,
probably because he spoke. He was like the only motherfucker who spoke like that.
175, so obviously he definitely talks to weird fucked people. Oh yes, I do remember that. Heard of? You haven't heard of this? Let me tell you. Like Sheldon Cooper. He probably sounded like fucking Sheldon Cooper.
Oh, so as soon as they start,
Yeah.
he's like, and his wife looked at him and was like, "This definitely sounds like Ted." Yeah, that's a million. And he's like, "Yeah,
fuck.
probably."
I have to deal with this.
I mean,
that guy's life was hell. He was like taken by the CIA. 15 to college or 14 to college.
Yeah.
And they put him in a program and they basically tortured this guy.
Yeah, no, they started. It was what did they do to him?
MK Ultra.
Yeah, it was MK Ultra. Yeah, they were doing like they were feeding him acid and shit and fucking slapping him around and pouring water on his head. They were fucking him up.
At like this boy genius at 15 years old. Imagine if they didn't do that to him. Imagine what he could have done.
He was probably, and yeah, he probably was like,
because he's an actual like a confirmed genius.
Yeah, his IQ was devastatingly
above
high.
Elon Musk. Like it was Einstein level.
That's why he was.
And they did that shit to him. He's still.
Yeah, and do you know they just removed his shack that was in the woods wherever the fuck he lived, and it's in the FBI headquarters, like in the basement.
Dude, people
in its entirety. They removed the entire cabin.
They begged him not to go to trial. They knew if they put him on the stand, on a ring, would start listening to him.
Ted Kaczynski?
Yeah, they begged him not to go.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, they didn't put him down. That's why he agreed not to, because they.
I know what prison he's in. I just don't know if he's alive or not.
He's still alive.
Yeah, there's a SUPERMAX. It's like SUPERMAX doesn't even begin to describe the level of this prison.
And they don't allow him around other people.
No, it's called like 88 Ajax or something. It's like the most. Yeah, but this is the one where it's like the absolute worst. It's like
federal prisoners, not even like.
No. It's like no, you've done horrific crimes against humanity. You have betrayed the government. Like that guy who was a Russian spy. He was in that prison. Like he was in Ajax for like the rest of his life. They caught him in like I think the 90s or something or early 2000s. Jim Henson or whatever his name was. They dragged his ass to the literally.
How many?
It's
are still in it.
Probably a decent amount. Yeah, I think Son of Sam is in there. There's a lot of really interesting people. Oh well,
like serial killers. If they kill in their own state, they don't.
Oh,
but like the Green River Killer or Ted Kaczynski, so many places they'll put him in federal prison if they want. But they knew that he'd have to get. Let Florida do. Because Florida had the strictest death sentence.
They're like, oh, Florida will fucking fry him.
Other countries or other states are like, Ted, we want Ted. We want him now. We want to try him. Like, nah, fuck you. He's dying, bitch. He's dying. Ted Kaczynski was like asking judges into the other states and be tried there.
Yeah.
Florida was like, nah, get fucked, dude. You're dying, motherfucker. You ain't going nowhere.
But the feds picked him up.
Nope.
They fried him?
Florida fried Ted Bundy.
Oh, Ted. You were saying Ted Kaczynski.
Oh, my bad. Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Florida fried Ted Bundy. Refuse to let they refuse to let Utah.
There's actually something.
Florida is just like actually fucking.
You know, we shit on Florida a lot.
Why, if you're a serial killer, would you go to Texas, fucking Florida, to commit your crimes of anywhere? Places with the strictest
You're gonna get killed by the state.
You're a fucking idiot.
You're going down.
You know, California used to
Hanging?
no, way worse.
What?
Gas.
How's that worse?
Night gas. And you die in the puddle
Oh,
of your own blood.
so it's like mustard
Nitrous
gas.
gas. Yeah,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
It was fucked for a while, and then now they're like, nope, no death sentences now. The I-9 is the judge's sentence about him.
The I-95
After-
killer, that's a guy who he had someone in his
Little-
trunk shooting people, right?
No, that was just this guy's kind of cool. Life story is so weird. Well, sorry.
Right?
Early years, the NFL gets drafted by the Packers. The Packers let him go.
Oh,
because
CTE.
He kept no.
Didn't have CTE?
He had small hands, which I think is funny. They love to say that about people when they have small hands.
Small
But
ass hands,
anyway,
little
he
faggot.
was a football star. He got drafted, but guess why he got cut from the Packers? Because he kept exposing himself to women.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
that's why he got in trouble in high school. They covered it up. High school, they covered it up.
Damn.
In college, because he was. And then the NFL was like, so you're done. That was a sex. Highway.
Dude, your mic is not picking up at all.
Oh, you shouldn't be able to walk the earth regular people.
You gotta speak louder.
Okay, so you should be able to walk there. And they sense died in California by the.
There's something I'm pretty cool with that actually. If you're a horrific human, because if you start thinking about the death penalty,
I'm so pro death penalty. You have no idea.
Yeah.
I've argued with my parents about this.
There's okay, well, I'll say for like the majority of cases, like the most
don't do it.
horrific of people, I think you should spend the rest of your life in jail because the intense boredom and all of the feelings associated with being in a cell is actually worse than being killed. But I do think there are some crimes that are so horrific you need to
I'm
die.
talking about people who are like serial killers or
Yeah.
someone who shot up a bank because they were drunk and killed. I don't like that. Put to death. You do like.
Yeah, if you're committing horrific crimes against. That's what Japan does. Yeah, exactly. They just come and get you and say, "Hey, you're dying now." Yeah.
They're like, "What do you want to eat today?" And you're like, "Fuck you mean I want to?"
Why are you asking me?
You ask me what I want to eat. And they're like, "Oh, well, do the math."
Yeah, do the math.
Do the
Find
math,
a
you
meal,
piece of shit.
bitch. You have 2 minutes to answer. You're getting fucking
You don't answer
chilled
now,
eel.
I'm gonna come in your food.
I'm gonna come in your mouth and I'm gonna kill you.
And then you're gonna die of my coming.
I actually think, yeah, why don't we bring back gas? For the most horrific of people, like, why don't you just have to breathe in toxic gas until you die? What? Yeah, or we could just bring back the firing squad and just pump these retards. Start with the legs. 22s.
Do you know how the firing squads work?
Yeah, it is.
Blindfolded you? I know who it was.
But yeah, it was blanks and one bullet, and everyone aimed at the head.
Mm-hmm. They did that to the Russian.
That was common practice.
They did that to the Russian Revolution when the Russian Revolution happened. They did that to the Russian oligarchies.
Yeah.
Rasputin was a giant sex.
Ooh.
He was a magician. A magician?
No.
He was a weirdo.
Jesus Christ.
Just like smoke powder.
I'm pretty sure we're the
thought he could cure diseases.
It's like only like the actual first world nations that execute people like that, because other countries, if you see like firing squads, every single gun is loaded and it's fully automatic.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, this is a good back and forth, though.
Yeah, it was. But this is what I wanted to say about Florida. We shit on Florida a lot, but it is comforting to know we do have an absolute psycho in our pocket that we can just send people to, where it's like Florida is basically unregulated by the federal government.
The whole South is all of them. Arkansas, you tell me Arkansas is not fucking crazy? Ah, dude, all of those motherfuckers are insane.
That is true.
Louisiana, Oklahoma,
the Appalachian people,
all of them are fucked. We didn't. Don't do fentanyl unless you want to.
All right, peace out, y'all.